Oh, cool. Awesome. We're not late. Yay.
Intro them.
Hey, guys. Day 3 here in Dubai. Our second live.
2 days till, right?
2 days until the match. What time is it right now?
Right now.
Yeah, 2 days until the first walkout of the match, I guess. I think it would start right at 9 o'clock, the first walkout. Maybe so. Like a little cool commercial intro, something like that.
I think so.
But yeah, so when I talked to you guys last, I had not seen Devon Larratt yet. We have had a couple breakfasts with him, hung out with him some. He is big. He's a large Devon Larratt.
Okay, so we actually posted a video earlier. I don't know if it was this morning here. I think it was, I don't know what it was, y'all. I'm so jacked up on the time. I don't know. We
slept all day today. So we slept last, she only slept like 2 hours. And then we went and had breakfast, because the way the breakfast is set up, you can go, it's from 6 to 11. So you can go have breakfast and then go back again and have breakfast again.
Yeah.
We had 6 a.m. breakfast.
I just want you to see this is because you were a dick.
What did I do?
You just told Neil, why are you staying on? You know, everybody's fixing to go to my channel.
Oh, so nobody's here now?
Yeah, because you're a dick. You can't be a dick.
I didn't mean to be a dick. I was just trying to help my friend out. I'm like, listen, I was on your channel. Go and watch my channel. We finished breakfast, came back. I was like, let's go ahead and take a few hour nap, because she only slept like 2 hours. Woke up and it's afternoon. I'm like, holy shit. Then we were only up for like an hour and slept for another 4 hours.
Right.
It's been hard adjusting to time. But and then I realized, dude, why am I getting up at 6 a.m. and going to bed at 10 if my match is like 10 o'clock at night? So I think we're going to change our sleep patterns a little bit. What you doing?
Just talk. Don't worry
What's
about
up? All right. So Devon's large, which is awesome. He sent his measurements over a little bit ago, and I think he's like 285 pounds. A month ago, he was 290, and then he started doing some walks or whatever.
So he ran, and he said the 10 pounds came off really easily. But right now,
he has been eating the whole time since I've seen him.
He says he's 285.
Yeah. We weigh in tomorrow. I have no idea what I weigh.
So what did he weigh when he arm wrestled Dave Chafee? Do you remember what he weighed?
278 or 277.
Okay, so we're only talking about
just a few pounds. And I think that version of him may have had less body fat. I'm not sure. And it's not that he has much body fat. He just has a very full belly, right? Because he's still got veins in his calves. So I was like, how in the hell does Devon have calf veins? Because the dude's an athlete, right? But he's thick. He's big. He sent over his wrist measurement, and I think it was 8.75. So I know my wrist is a little bit bigger than his. He definitely cheated on his cranium measurements, because I was looking at the picture, and it's not straight across. It's like tilted backwards, so I still think I got a bigger head.
So you're calling him out for cheating on his head measurement?
Absolutely.
Is that where we're going?
That's how this is going.
Okay.
All right. So let's hit the thumbs up button if you want to hear a cool Thor story.
Of course they do. Okay, so you guys, this is a good time to, I don't know why he always forgets this, but thank you so much for tuning in. Not sure what time it is where you're at, because you guys are all over the world, which is a hysterical part of this conversation that I want to make. Thank you so much for the sticker. Lancer Lens. Thank you so much.
Appreciate the support.
Because we get asked all the time, well, what time is the match where I live? But you didn't say where you live. You didn't say where you live. So I don't know. I don't know what time it is. And
I'm going to tell you this right now. It is 9 p.m. Dubai time. So all you have to do is just go to your phone and go to your world clock and put in Dubai. And it'll tell you what time it is Dubai. And then go where you live and look at the time and make the difference.
That still seems like too much math and too much.
It's literally, you just add Dubai.
I think you just put in, hey, Google, if it's 9 p.m. in Dubai time, what time is it in Hot Springs, Arkansas? Except, you have to put in your town, guys. You got to actually.
You got to let us know.
Yeah. So anyways, lots of things are happening here, and they're happening pretty quickly.
Once we get to 300 thumbs up, I'm telling a Thor story.
There's 132 of you that have hit the like button. So there is a cool Thor story. So you guys, what you have to do in order to hit like, I know that you're in the chat right now, is that you actually have to exit the chat, hit the like, and then come right back into the chat. And I want to go ahead and read this super chat really quickly. 48 hours to go. Monster, let's go.
Dude.
This is DCS Beamer.
Appreciate the support. Man, I am ready to arm wrestle.
Yeah.
Can we just arm wrestle? That's a Cobra Rhodes quote. But yeah.
And I'm excited. But this is a weird situation for me. And I will get to this in just one second. Yeah. This is a weird situation for me because usually I'm like real anxious, not able to sleep, tossing and turning. And I think it's because I'm so excited about what we have next that is not dependent on this match. So I'm so excited about what's next that I'm able to relax and enjoy this day-to-day experience. Because every other time it's been, well, this has to happen this way in order for this next part to happen. And we're not living that way. Right?
No, either way,
so I really like
win or
it.
lose, we start our 6-month road trip the end of June, and we are super excited about that. That being said, I 100% plan on winning. But go ahead, what you got?
Michael EID, I don't want either of you guys to lose. I hate it when I love both athletes. Yeah, and that's hard for me too.
It's hard for me. Like, I want to be cheering for Devon. I've seen Devon's, I'm telling you, Devon's a guy that I've given the most praise throughout my arm wrestling career, as in someone who was a member of this family that I bragged about the most, because he's done some amazing things and he's a very special athlete. So it's hard. It's hard knowing that that's the guy I have to destroy. You know what I'm saying? But that is my job.
And Ross Prendergast, on a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
I'm gonna say I'm about a 7, but I'm not.
That's pretty damn nervous.
I'm not letting the nerves, like, I'm not wasting energy on the nerves. I'm always nervous the week of. Like, I start second guessing myself. Why am I doing this? Why did I choose this? I'd rather just stayed home. But that's just a process that I have. And like, I was just on the phone on the call with Neil, and I told him, he may have to talk me off a ledge Friday sometime before this match happens. But as soon as they do the walkout, and as soon as I know it's about to go down, there'll be a switch.
I just saw someone say pancakes coming for you. That is Dragonfly Jones. He's actually been eating pancakes every morning.
I have eaten so many pancakes.
And Steve Nichols, thank you so much for the super chat. You got this. Love the content.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it, man. I'm like I said, and I'll say it over and over and over, and people are making jokes about how many times I'm going to say it, but I've never been this prepared. This is the absolute best version of me, and I'm excited to let it all out on the table Friday night,
And F13 Killer Hawks, thank you so much for the support. So we are at 246. How many did you say you had to have?
You have to have 300 for the Thor story.
Have to have 300 for the Thor story. Gilbert Rulas, have you picked out a song to walk out to?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
All of them have. And in fact, it's going to be quite awesome.
You're going to enjoy this experience.
The production.
These walkouts are going to be something special for sure.
Yeah,
so
it really is cool. So we have 640 plus on here right now, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. We haven't got into the meat of any discussion yet, so you haven't really missed anything yet, except for the fact that, yes, Devon really is big.
He really is big.
He really is. He says he's 285 right now. He was as much as 290. He started jogging, lost 10 pounds. And just to put it into perspective, he was 278 when he arm wrestled Dave Chafee.
77 or 70. I can't be for sure, but he was in that range.
So, it's not like it's like he's put on 50 pounds.
It's way bigger than the post-DVT Devon, right? The Devon that everybody thought I was going to arm wrestle, the 240-pound Devon.
Right.
I knew that I wasn't arm wrestling a 240-pound Devon.
Right.
I knew that he would be more than prepared for this match.
Yes, so Curb Stomp, you are correct. Thank you so much for the super chat. 9 p.m. Dubai time on the 28th, correct. Yes, that is correct. Super excited for this battle. Best of luck to you both.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support.
Thank you so much for the support. And we have also got one more that I'm going to read right here. Thank you for all the work you put in for great match. I started arm wrestling last year. This is the first big match I get to see live. This is from Lucas Hensley. Thank you so much for
that. Is something that's very exciting and historic about this match. The launch of the PR promotion, the scale at which this match will be viewed, the fact that we did all this during a global pandemic,
that it is the longest that we've had to wait for a match of this caliber, on a main stage.
Oh, absolutely. I love what Ian Terzi's been doing and what he's got going on with Matt Mask and everything.
Super excited about June 12th.
But this is a production. This is a major production, and to have Thor boxing prior to our match just is one of those moments where you're just like, dude, we really are on the cusp of doing something amazing with this sport that I've dedicated my life to, and so many others have as well, that so many people are starting to fall in love with, and that's just exciting times and exciting to be a part of it. So,
well, there you go. Will Levin be there to watch your match?
I have not
think
seen
he's gonna
him,
be
so I
coming.
don't think he's coming, but I would love him to surprise us. That would be awesome.
That would be so much fun. That would absolutely be so much fun. Oh,
What?
this is funny. Goalie, I'm actually going to go ahead and unhide that. I didn't hide it. YouTube did. But he wants to know,
Why'd you say get off my arm, bitch?
Get off my arm, bitch. That's actually a soundbite that I've heard now used in a lot of different promotions.
We were at 300 and someone just unliked, but now we're at 303. So Travis had the worst elbow foul in the history of elbow fouls. So, to the point to where he could have injured my arm. He pushed forward. His elbow 12 inches in the air and punched forward into my arm, pushing it backwards,
like
right?
this.
So that's the response you're going to get. Yeah. Get off my arm, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But all right. So
it was fitting.
You got two super chats, and then I'll go ahead and do a Thor story.
Mike, did we hit it?
Yeah, 322.
Mike Torres, thank you so much for the super chat. Man, I'm so stoked for your match. You guys are both class acts, highly respected athletes. You guys are keeping the sport alive and thriving. Good luck, brother.
Thank you very much, Mike. I mean, this is it's just a sport that we love, and we're ready to see, good things happen in this sport, be more well known, and we're just doing our part. So. And
Steve Nichols, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, "You got this." Love the comment. Love the content. Thank you so
Steve.
much.
I appreciate
for
it.
that. Before you do that, just 1 second, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, while 800 of you are here, be sure that you check to make sure that your subscribe is clicked. Even if you've subscribed before, people have been having a problem with YouTube going through and calling some of those out.
That's really weird. So like some guys are like, I was subscribed, and then for some reason I'm unsubscribed now. So go check and make sure.
Make sure your subscribe is clicked. Click that bell for notifications so you can get that notification when we do go live. All right, tell us the story.
Okay, so this is. I'm teasing.
They may not know Thor is
I'm teasing you guys just a little bit. So the first one's gonna be a very small Thor story. The second one, we need to be at 450 likes to get, and it's a very funny Thor story. So the first one is...
This is a good point. By the way, Dennis Larratt, thank you so much for that super chat. And he says, for those of you wondering what time will the match be, right now, the time that it is right now, if you are live with us right now, the matches have started.
The matches have already started.
In 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days from now. Okay. 47 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. It's pretty soon. So we went to the venue. So, okay, obviously you guys know that if you follow my Instagram, I'm work with the company Beard Struggle, right? So they had messaged me. We were supposed to have been here Friday night. We didn't get here till Sunday night. They're like, "Are you at the hotel?" I'm like, "No, man, we had to rebook our flight." And he's like, "Oh, crap. All right." So we let him know when he got here, and he's like, "Hey, man, we're going to be doing some filming. Come up here, check it out." We ended up having an athletes meeting yesterday, so I ended up being a little bit late getting to the venue where they're filming. So they're filming a commercial for the Beard Struggle, and Thor's in the ring. He's dancing around, doing multiple takes, boxing with this guy. And I'm just sitting there watching, Rebecca's right next to me. There's some people behind us and a handful of other people in the production crew and stuff. And right in the middle of it, they take a little break, and Thor just sticks his hand up there like this,
Okay, have y'all seen 16 Candles? When Molly Ringwald is standing at the door and the love of her heart is standing in front of her and he's like waving. She looks behind her. Me? That was this guy.
I was like, "Hey, buddy." You know what I'm saying?
He's like,
he did it a couple of times, right? And Rebecca's like, "I am just so proud for you. You have made it." I mean, to be honest, dude, I'm a huge Thor fan. So for Thor to just right in the middle of what he's doing, just, stick his in his, he held his hand up for like 5 or 10 seconds, and I was like,
and then he looks up again. He goes,
he sticks it up again. He starts waving. I'm like, "Oh, hey, buddy, what's happening?" So that was super cool, and it was cool to get to watch them do that commercial and watch it. Thor looks amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's so lean. He looks good.
He looks amazing.
He looks really good.
If you've seen the picture on my Instagram, was it story that we did? No, it was just a post.
Yeah, the Beard Struggle post.
I jumped up in the ring, got a quick picture with him, and it was funny because he was just kept wanting to talk. And I was like, "Well, you got to get back to you." Because they're waiting for him to film, right? And I'm like, "Hey, buddy, I'll catch you later." He's like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Good." So it was really cool because...
he's a neat fellow.
Super cool. And he told me back when we were here. Yeah. So there's a picture on probably my Instagram story of me gripping up with Thor's son. And it was pretty cute. Baby Thor. But while we were here back in January, when we got to do Top Golf with him and stuff, he said after his fight with Eddie Hall, he'd like for us to come out to Iceland for a couple of weeks and work with him some on arm wrestling, and so that's going to be an exciting experience if we get to do that. But that's the first Thor story. So we got 24 more people for the really, really funny Thor story.
Okay, which I didn't know was real until the dude told me.
I'm going to tell you in a minute.
Okay. Yeah. So Shakayo2, thank you so much for super chat. Just to know, because it's impossible to find on the internet, how many world titles, right and left arms, did you win, you and Devon, during your career?
So I don't know how many Devon has had via wins and defenses, right? Because if you're competing, like if I'm arm wrestling Rebecca, if I'm the reigning world champion and Rebecca beats me and she then wins a world title, if I defend that, that is an additional world title. My title defenses count cumulatively as far as world titles, in my opinion, because you competed and there's a world title on the line and you won. So total, I've had 21 world titles between World Wrist Wrestling Championship, Arm Wars.
That's Petaluma?
Yeah.
Petaluma.
National Arm Wrestling League, Professional Arm Wrestling League, World Arm Wrestling League, Ultimate Arm Wrestling League.
Was Petaluma one of the original ones?
It
even
was
before
the original.
Okay.
It was the first.
Petaluma was the original World Championship WAF people.
Yeah.
Before WAF
There's so many
even
people like, well,
started.
you're not a world champion because you didn't win the WF. Well, neither did Devon.
Yeah.
And John Brzezinski only won on his left arm. And he's not considered the greatest arm wrestler of all time left-handed. He's considered the greatest arm wrestler of all time right-handed. So those arguments don't make any sense to me.
Right.
But I am a guy who thinks the WAF is amazing. And IFA, anytime the world comes together and competes, I think it's awesome. But
So was Petaluma amateur as WAF is, or was it a professional? So you got paid money
Yeah,
for
it was on Wide World of Sports.
Okay.
Now, even back then, they were making like $3,500 for winning and stuff. And that was a long time ago.
Dude.
All right, so do you want to read that one?
Dude, that is really awesome. So
453, so I got to finish the Thor.
Guys, thank you so much. We got 1,000 folks on here.
Oh,
As I was
awesome.
saying, be sure that you share this to your feed. Click that bell for notifications. Make sure you have subscribed. And just to know.
That was the one.
That's the one.
So there's another one or no?
Hang on. Yep. I got to find it. All right. MH, thank you so much for the super chat. All the best to both of you. Thank you for the match and all the hard work you guys do to promote sport. Biggest new fan all the way from South Africa. I want to go.
Thank you so much for your support. There's so many things that we would love to come over to. Oh, there's so many places we want to visit. Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, the Far East. I mean, and hopefully after we do this 6-month road trip, our intentions with this road trip is to build our brand and awareness for what we're doing big enough to where we can fund, a 2-month European tour or a 1-month South Asia tour. I mean, we want to expose the world to arm wrestling.
And Brad Salons, thank you so much for the super chat. Can't wait, guys. All love.
Thanks a lot, Brad. I appreciate it.
It's a very, very exciting time, and I just had.
I'm about to do the Thor story. I promise.
I just scrolled through here, and someone was saying, "Do this match live on your YouTube." We can't. We can't do that. We are going to have the footage later, but the thing is, guys, this is the chance. This is the chance for the arm wrestling community and its fans to actually bust through a glass ceiling that they've been feeling for a while. And I understand having YouTube and being able to have access to things free is wonderful. But this actually is something much bigger. And there are people that have invested in this, and to help them get their investment back, it's a very small pay-per-view. And
It is $7.95 currently.
I've got a few solutions for you. For those of you who said, but you can only use credit cards, go down to your local store and get a prepaid credit card for $15 or $10 even, and that'll probably cover your tax, and order the pay-per-view. For those of you who said, my bank says it's out of the country, banks are very easy to deal with. You say, hey, I need to really make this purchase. They let you make the purchase. But make the purchase and support the sport that you love. Not the athletes, the sport that you love moving forward. Because we want this to happen for more of you guys.
Was that Julie West?
We want there to be many, many, many more events like this. And PR Productions with Larry is an excellent event to do this. So do you want me to do these first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Just to, that one's already, I found that one already. 1 second. Let's look here. Darko, thank you so much for your support.
Appreciate the support.
Thank you for the sticker. And Julie West, we love you. Wish we could be there. You are the best. Love, Mr. and Mrs. Gorilla. I wish y'all were on the plane.
Julie, I really,
right now.
I wish we had $1 billion, but it would be really nice if you and Corey were here.
Yes,
right?
It would be so nice
because if I wish for $1 billion, then y'all would be here, right? So
on our private jet.
Yeah.
Matt Benar, are you originally from Hot Springs? I'm from Russellville myself. Woo hogs will be good at football eventually.
I was born in the Malvern Hospital, and you were born
in the Saline Memorial
Hospital. So she's from Benton. I'm from Malvern originally. So we both live very close to where we were raised.
Bo Leonard, thank you so much for your support as well.
Appreciate the support. Do you have more to do?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I will hold.
All right. So, Thor story number 2. Sorry, I'm 34 people behind on doing this. So, we're sitting here, and the president of the or the owner of the beer struggle, he's outside our door, and he's like, "Hey man, we're neighbors." I'm like, "Oh cool, are you over there?" He's like, "No, I'm right next to you, right here." So I'm like, "Oh cool, dude." So we're kicking it. We're talking about, because we have the Wrapped RV coming up, and I was like, "Did you get the proposal?" And because he'd been messaging me through Instagram, and another person also messaged me through Instagram on the beer struggle thing. He's like, "No, but I bet he's seen it." I'm like, "Cool, let's chat about that later." We ended up, no big deal, whatever. And then last night at 2:30 in the morning, Rebecca's like,
2:30 in the morning.
"Someone is ringing our doorbell."
Bing bong. Bing bong's like, what?
I'm like,
what?
"No way."
Yes.
And I'm like, "I think you're right." So
he debated getting up.
I get up and I walk to the door. Now I'm naked because I sleep naked. And I didn't put my clothes on just yet because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And there was no hole to look out of. And I'm like, I think I'm just going to go to sleep. And then we start hearing them next door, and Thor's with them.
Having a
They are killing it. And I'm 50-50 thinking, I may just go ahead and throw my clothes on and go next door and hang out. So that was what our belief was. Rebecca's like, well, maybe they just
hit the wrong doorbell.
Somebody was coming to see them, and they just hit the wrong doorbell, and it wasn't us. And I'm like, well, no, they really wanted to hang out with me. So we go downstairs today, and we just do our PCR test, and we're coming back around. We're looking for everybody. The owner of Beer Struggle's down there, and we're sitting there kicking. He's, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I'm like, good, good. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, we just seeing where everybody's at. Just got our PCR test. He goes, "Yeah, man, wasn't that crazy? Somebody last night at 2:30 in the morning ringing doorbells?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was kind of crazy."
I was like, did y'all mean to do that?
And then he goes, "No, that was us." And I was like, well, she goes, did y'all get the wrong door?" He's like, no, we're having a good time, and we want to have a good time with Michael Todd. I'm like, I have arrived. I mean, 2:30 in the morning, and Thor wants to kick it. So now Rebecca's like, "You're gonna regret not getting up, aren't you?" It was really cool. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty. We didn't sleep very well after that, but I just thought it was super cool that here they are.
Call you sleeping fine.
Well, I did go to sleep 30 minutes later, but the fact was, she goes, "No one knows where we're at." I'm like, "No, Beard Struggle dude's right next to us." So I knew it.
And you could hear Thor.
Yeah, and then you could hear Thor talking and laughing and have a carrying on, and so that was pretty cool.
Huge Game of Thrones fan right here.
Big time. So it really is cool to for him to. I mean, just like I said, recognize me, reaching, saying hey, and all that stuff, and then for them at the wee hours of the morning after a few cocktails, wanting to hang out. That was pretty cool.
Okay, cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Rooster Mooney, thank you so much for the super chat. How many rounds? 3 or 6?
6 rounds.
6, and if you are 3-3,
6 rounds.
There will be a 7th.
So I'm gonna be 6.
DCS Beamer, thank you so much for the super chat. How there will be plenty more events like this going forward. Hope there will be. Me too.
If enough people purchase a pay-per-view and this gets the response that we expect it to, definitely going to be more events like this.
Yes. Raymond Lopez, thank you so much. Can't wait for the match between you and Devon. Pulling for Larry, but Schoolboy is going to be tough.
Schoolboy's a very strong arm wrestler, and it is a big ask for Larry, but Larry is, and I've said this before, he's a special athlete, and he has a very strong will and mind, and his confidence is through the roof right now, so I'm excited to see it.
Scruddy Junket, just bought match via your link. Now go make this Canadian bleed. All the syrup he ate. Scuddy Junket, thank you so much for your support and the super chat. Okay. Mints 187, thank you so much for your support.
So on that note, were you going to say something?
No. Go ahead, baby.
Stake Kings. Is it Stake? Whatever. ArmBet. ArmBet.net. Go stake your favorite athlete. I don't know. Go and refresh real quick. See where
okay. So they are on...
It says block 3, but it was like block 4. But where are we at?
Okay, so Devon is just almost done. You got 2.63% available on this block. It's not block 4.
How much does he have? He's closer to me?
Yes, he is almost
Somebody
done.
needs to go stake me right now. Devon cannot close out a block before me. I've closed out every single block first.
He has. Michael closed out 3.5 hours after you guys were on a live with us.
That was the big block, too.
He closed out the second block.
And then 25% of the third block.
Same percentage of the time. 25% of the third block. This third block, they are dividing up into sections. So the first one, they only opened up 25% of the section. Now they've opened up another 50%. As soon as that's done, you'll have a final 25%. Will there be a fourth block? I don't know. So if you
right now, it looks good though, because the thing is, they can only open up an additional block until we both close out the blocks. So I had closed out the blocks very fast, and Devon was starting to close out behind me. And now, like I said, on this block, he's actually ahead of me like by 2% or something, 3%.
Yeah. So the thing is, guys, staking is different than betting, right? The house has to cover all the bets, right? In staking, they need to keep it even because it's actually
They need the same amount of money bet on both athletes so that's how the money gets paid to the ones who win.
Right. So this is actually moving arm wrestling into another arena that it hasn't been in previously. Publicly, we all know that money has exchanged hands. If you've been at tournaments, you'll see somebody hold up, I got 100 on that guy right there. But this is actually very professional. I love how State Kings does it. Now, what is really cool, what is extremely cool, is State Kings actually posted themselves that they had never had a block sell out so quickly.
As fast as mine did.
As fast as yours did after you went public. And then they also said that since introducing arm wrestling to State Kings, and this was yesterday, and so more has been done then, $100,000 had already been placed on arm wrestling athletes, between all the arm wrestling athletes together, and another 3,000 people had already joined State Kings. So, State Kings. So that's
State Kings are loving some arm wrestling right now, right?
That's really cool. Now, what we want to definitely give the shout out back to Devon is because this is his brainchild. This is his desire. Him and his team have worked on this for a long time, and see it come to fruition at the same time that this big stage is happening with the launch of Larry Wheels.
Well, honestly,
Productions.
the betting staking wasn't supposed to happen yet. They had other things, and we're gonna have to do a video with Devon in regards to where ArmBet's going and what's going on.
Where it's going, you guys, it's absolutely awesome.
So, but they just jumped forward because this was too big of an opportunity to miss. Like, this is going to be an amazing, environment to introduce this, use as a pilot, and hopefully moving forward, all big matches you'll be able to stake your favorite athlete.
So, Levin Gasparini, thank you so much for moderating well for us, by the way. Matt Tickle My Limits Larratt, thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, Mike, was over with great Neil pickup.
I know. He was on there. He was super
I'm buzzing with energy and excitement for this. Stay awesome, guys. Isn't ArmBet the best? Absolutely.
Dude, it is so cool. It is so cool.
It's a cool time.
Yeah,
just a very cool time.
Everything that's going on right now with arm wrestling is just cool. And for me, it's been a 31-year career. So to see this, happen at this stage in my career, it possibly the biggest arm wrestling event and match in history, it's very cool to be a part of this.
Really looking forward to, I don't want to fast forward past your match because I want us to savor every moment and excitement building up to your match and having the match. But then when the June 12th names are on there, who are you guys going to be backing? I want to know. Menace 187, thank you so much. Be careful on the other side. It's where the worlds collide. Is that a song?
It might be. Well, appreciate the support. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Will you grip up with Schoolboy afterwards?
Listen, if my arms still work, like I said, I plan on making easy work of Devon Larratt, but that probably is not going to be the case. And it is very difficult to have the kind of wars that we have had in the past and still be able to arm wrestle the next day, especially with all the injuries I've incurred over my career. So we'll see. I know I'm going to do an arm workout with at least Andrew Jack, and possibly Larry will be involved in that as well. But yeah, so I will have to do a recovery arm workout after that match, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I just think that it's who else was
just
saying
fast forward.
Todd Hutchings, is he the one that said he does not afterpull either? Because if you escape an event at this level with the power that's going to be across from you on the table, if you escape the event without injury, it's almost like it's daring fate to jump on an after table. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know they have it listed for after pulling, maybe Saturday or something.
Makes me a little nervous.
I don't know for sure if I will be partaking. It just will depend on how things go. And if I do, it may only be left-handed. I don't know.
Yeah. Tristan Hinderlitter. Good luck, Mike. Can't wait for the match. Thank you so much for your support.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. I'm glad to have 1,237 of you guys on. 559 likes. If we got the like button up to... I actually don't have any more stories.
What you want to do, by the way, if you're wondering, well, how do I hit the thumbs up? It's not showing me. I figured this out not the first time. It took me a few times. You actually have to click out of chat, hit the thumbs up button, and then get back into the chat. But we love to see those numbers go up. We'd like to know
quite a bit.
that we're, at least entertaining you guys, if not giving you the information.
I wish I had a good story. Do I have any good stories?
Well, I will tell you, I'm not going to tell you what's actually in the video, but what we just videoed with Coach Ray, we got some really good insight, and some we can't tell you.
Yeah, we could not talk about that.
Which is why I need to tell you guys that Larry Wheels is not growing in his stakes, okay? Armbet.net. You guys need to go stake Larry Wheels. Now, I'm not saying it's a you never want to put more money down than what you can live with walking away from, all right? But I'm just saying he may have something a little more than what you guys are planning for. Is that safe for me to say?
I think that's good. I think that's good. Hey, check to see if I've if I've sold out yet. Now, I'm not saying anyone on here who hasn't staked me needs to go stake me. But are you not going to check?
No.
I want to see if I've sold out.
Even Evan Donahue, will Mrs. Monster be arm wrestling? I don't arm wrestle anymore. Actually, I was talking to Jody about that, and she gets just as much on their channel. You know, why won't Mrs. Larratt arm wrestle Mrs. Monster? You know, back and forth, and we get a lot of that here on this channel too. I don't arm wrestle anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you why.
All right, this is going deep. Hey, Corey, buddy.
Hey, Corey.
You got this, buddy.
Corey West, we miss you.
My buddy.
We miss you. That's the gorilla, guys. If you don't know who he is, you haven't been watching our channel enough.
Of heavyweight arm wrestling, super heavyweight arm wrestling.
Yes, he is responsible for helping Michael to level up as well. So, I've never loved to arm wrestle. I love arm wrestling, but I've never loved to arm wrestle. I don't have that same competitive drive to stand across from somebody and smash them. I just don't have that. And by nature, you know, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I'm a nurse. So all of those things tell you I'm a nurturer. I'm not a killer. I'm a nurturer. And so, until he pisses me off. So that's where I live. Well, against my own desires, I actually arm wrestled quite a bit. And yes, I did win some championships.
7 national titles.
I have some national titles. I have a Caribbean title.
Yeah, you did win the International Caribbean Championship.
Had some excellent experiences because of arm wrestling. Got to go to places.
You did go 6-0 in Arm Wars.
Yeah, I did have a 6-0. Thank you, Neil, for not showing that, you jerk. So, a Swede. I swept a Swede 6-0. So, there were some highlights, even though it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. But when it came down to it, my grandmother was sick. We had a commitment to go compete in Brazil. I didn't want to go because my grandmother was sick. We had been away previously when my grandmother was sick, and she was able to hold on. And sometimes I was begging her,
baby,
you got to be here when I get back. Well, the day that I competed, she actually passed away shortly after. I'm not getting back on the table. I can't do it. So, I don't arm wrestle. And I still love it. And I still support it. And I still want to watch him succeed and the people that I love succeed. But I just can't. I can't do it.
It's associated with a very bad memory. So, yeah.
All right. So, Borgen's Beer Belly. Thank you so much for the super chat. I want to see a BFR workout with Thor, Devon, Andrew, Coach Ray, Larry, and Schoolboy. Cheers.
That would be epic.
That would be epic.
I did not bring the BFRs. You know?
Surely we can find something here, okay? Amazon AE is right.
That's the one you're supposed to do it, right?
Or is it EA? I'm not sure. Mike Garza, thank you so much for the super chat. How far south are you going to come in Texas during your tour? What will make a location worthy of a stopping point?
Okay, so the Southwest tour will probably be October or November, not sure. We will probably go out on Interstate 40, hit Vegas, Mesquite, Lake Havasu, all that stuff, California, Southern California, come back through I-10. So we'll most likely come through Phoenix, you know, hit Carlsbad Cavern, stuff like that, and just come through I-10. I don't know exactly what the route's going to be yet, but it just depends. Message me on my Instagram if you have some options for us.
Steve Nichols, thank you so much for the super chat, says armbet.net says Michael Todd is sold out. All right.
So if any of you guys still want to stay, wait till the next block opens. You know?
Yes.
I just got to keep this beating Devon record alive. You know what I mean?
Okay, this one is actually hidden, but I'm going to answer it because I know that you're listening. This is Mutuki no Jutsu. Very. right?
What was it? You're not going to tell me what it is?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. It's my guy. Okay. Best luck for you and Michael. You will win the match with Levon. That's Freddie Riviera. Michael Eade says, thanks for sharing, Mrs. Monster. You are welcome. I just,
The thing is, she is going to start training with me once we get back home and getting on the road. Not necessarily arm wrestling training. We're going to do a lot of on the road style training, more at home style training, CrossFit workouts, just because we're going to be living on the road. You know what I'm saying? We will probably hit some different, gyms and stuff to train at, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be fun to see her because she used to train harder than me. Like, I would go do my workout, go back in the house, and she'd do the workout, and we'd be back in the house chilling. She's like, I think I'm going to go out and do a CrossFit workout.
I'm ready to kill you in the workouts. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, so there's going to be some content, like,
it.
how Brian Shaw and his wife do different challenges. I'm sure we're going to be doing some of those, and she's mean.
Brazilian Army, thank you so much for the super chat. After paying for the pay-per-view, where is it going to air? I think it's right there on Core Sports. The same link, I'm assuming, where you pay for it. But you know what, guys? We will ask tomorrow, and we will update it in our community tab.
Some people are, can I watch it on my TV? Well, you can just cast, if you have a smart TV, you can just cast from your phone to your TV.
Gilbert Rulis, thank you so much for a super chat. We'll be watching all the way from Arizona.
Appreciate the support, guys.
And Golly, thank you so much for the support and the sticker. Okay, so someone did say yes, same link. So the same link, and that link is in the description, I believe, of this video. You can actually go to that, purchase the pay-per-view if you haven't done so yet, and then that's the same link that you'll watch it on. It is 9 p.m. Dubai time. Get on your phones, Google, if it's 9 p.m. in Dubai, what time is it where I live? All right? And they will tell you what time it is where you live. There are simply too many time zones around the world. And right. I expect this to be a world action.
I think it'll be a world watched event.
I'm very excited about it. Very excited about it. So, Mike, would you love to see you meet with Chance Shaw and get your take on his level? He already has. We've got a video out about that. You'll see Gorilla Corey West actually has a video just above the one that we put out where Corey pulled Chance Shaw. I'm not going to tell you how it went. You got to go watch the video. And then the very next video, Michael is training, and he pulled Chance Shaw as well. So, but how do you feel about his level?
I think he's very good. He needs a little bit stronger arm, but his hand and wrist and his strap game, everything about him, he's huge potential. And just a young kid. Definitely a future star of the sport for sure.
Someone said they think they're going to make a taco now. Is this a subliminal messaging getting you?
I love tacos.
I do. I do. Ask this guy what I asked for so many times. I want an entire box.
Okay, that's not what you asked for.
You're so wrong. Dick.
Exactly.
Stop it. Not on the video, you jerk. But anyways, yeah. Love tacos. I absolutely love tacos.
I'm a fan of tacos too.
So I'm about to censor you is what's going to happen.
I love you.
All right. Excited for your win. Thank you so much for your support. I'll be looking for the fight from Argentina. Chance versus Schoolboy. Would that be a good match?
Yeah, I think Chance would probably be the favorite, though. Because I don't think Schoolboy would fare well against someone like Ron Bath, and I like Chance Shaw's chances against Ron Bath. So,
rap collab video with Devon. Can you rap?
We can come up with something. I could turn my cap around backwards.
I think I need to audition you first.
Well, I don't have any. You can't just be right on the spot with the rap.
Come on, put something out there, Michael Todd.
Oh, I could sing from Too Short from back in the day. All you bitches.
No, okay, stop that. We just got demonetized. Thank you. Dan Willis, do you think Devon has a chink in his armor with his hand-wrist riser? How much will it factor in once in the straps? It's kind of like when you're talking with Neil.
In my opinion, Devon is going to be the best version. But I do not believe in what I've seen recently that he will be able to withstand the offense that I'm bringing. Yeah. I've seen his arm get stretched out against Todd Hutchins. I've seen it get stretched out against Dave Chafee. And I believe I'm bringing a lot more explosion to the match, in my opinion. We're going to find out. We're going to find out really soon.
So, Michael, Yadi, thank you again for another super chat. Laugh my ass off.
My innuendos.
The innuendos got me rolling. Y'all, it's 24/7. If this man's awake, he is. I can't say anything. Like,
and most of my shit doesn't even make sense.
Take out the trash, and he'll be like, "I'll take out your trash." I mean, it's
I don't even know what it means, but I try to make it an innuendo
all the time. So some behind the scenes stuff that you guys are not seeing. Today they all got their PCR test. Mm-hmm. They all have to be COVID tested. I did too. Any corner people, they all had that done. They met. Everyone is really cool together right now. You can watch Larry and Schoolboy close to each other. There is not any tension. Now, some people were trying to goad them into getting on the table yesterday left-handed because they did the rules, as you guys saw on Larry's channel. Get on the table left-handed, and Larry was like, I'll do it.
He was not messed up about
it. Alex, Schoolboy's brother, steps in. He's like, he just had a long flight.
Yeah.
I got you, Alex. I'm his Alex. I'm always the one like, hold up. All right. And guys, you really don't want to pull any hand, because what if you get injured messing around left-handed and you can't go right? That would suck. A whole lot of suck. David Tucker. David Tucker, thank you so much for the...
Appreciate the support, guys.
For the sticker and for the support. Michael, can you visit Austin, Texas this year and bring Levon? We would love to bring Levon. Now, how is he going to work out in our RV?
We're going to be riding lopsided.
Does he got to sit in the middle? Do we get a special chair for him right in the middle of the RV?
We'd have to figure something out. That thing's going to be way off balance.
That's right. He would definitely have to be on the other side, and he can hold Maya and Oreo on the other side of the RV. That you're... No. You need to hold Maya and Oreo.
Her math is not
fixing to flip us. So you have to sit on one side holding Maya and Oreo, and he can sit on the other side. Kenneth Bradley, the match is set for 10 p.m. PST, or 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST. That's Eastern Standard Time. Do we have to watch live, or can we watch after using the same pay-per-view link? That pay-per-view link is direct, or on demand. So you can watch it and rewatch it on that same link.
From what I understand.
Would you like to see arm wrestling as an Olympic sport? Sukato made that.
I used to wanted to see it as an Olympic sport, but I don't see it something that I'm going to see in my lifetime. I think it's moving towards the way of the UFC and mixed martial arts.
Okay, so some of you, I cannot read what you say, and when I read it, when I'm going through, it throws me off for what I was about to say. So stop it. Just cut it out. So I was talking about behind the... Did we get another one?
No, I just wanted to see what they said.
It's gone. So I was talking about the behind the scenes stuff, right? So they had their PCR test today. They did the rules yesterday, and that was at Strong Gym. Now, where we are staying is the Conrad Hotel, which is it's a Hilton, right? Yeah. It's a Hilton hotel.
Very nice hotel.
Very nice hotel. The best part of it is, even though it's 107 outside there, everything is in the hotel. They had their PCR test here, except for y'all's rules. Yeah. The match will be here. Their weigh-ins
tomorrow will be here. Press conference is here. And so breakfast time is great. It starts at 6 a.m. and goes all the way to 11 a.m. and they let you come back in. So all of these guys like Devon and Michael that are feeding themselves a lot are going in for breakfast at 6 and coming back at about 10:30. Filling up again, and it's buffet style. So there's a whole lot of good stuff there. Harold Lean, thank you so much for super chat. Thoughts on Ermey's getting into top 8 based on practice with an out-of-shape Lilletin afterpull with mask while you have to earn a place through Zloty. Well, that doesn't seem to apply to everybody. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to go through Zloty. So I don't have to earn shit. This will be big enough, and
he's talking about Ermey's, not you.
No, he said, and me, not me having to go through the things. What he's saying. So that's my opinion. My opinion is I'm victorious Friday night. They'll have to come to me. Eventually, they will have to beat me to get the credit.
Right.
Or they won't, and I'll just travel to the United States and have an awesome time. So I'm really not. I don't lose any sleep over that.
Progestin MMT.
That's funny. Is that one of the new troll names?
That's one of the new trolls. So you were on our live. Okay, fabulous. All right, so he said if you guys are just tuning in, you missed. Devon really is. We said in our video that was released this morning that his peak was 290. That was about a month ago, according to him. Then he dropped 10 pounds. He says he's sitting at about 285 right now, and you're probably 270-ish.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're going to weigh in dress, so I would say after a good breakfast, I'm probably 270. Well, I mean, I have not been on the scale since I've been here. I was 263 before I left, stripped Saturday morning. So it's been a few days. I don't know what I weigh now. What's the prize for the winner?
Plane 77. Thank you so much.
We have been, ever since the beginning of this thing, asked to not disclose the prize money, but it is the biggest prize for any one match that's ever happened in arm wrestling.
What's you guys' P.O. box? I've got some merch for you guys. We are setting up a P.O. box when we get home because...
Message me on Instagram.
Okay, some more behind-the-scenes stuff.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I'm going to talk about this.
Are we supposed to talk about this? Can we?
I'm sure that it's fine because everybody knows there's crazy psychos out there. And this is why we were setting up a P.O. box. First of all, some of those folks out there, and I'm not saying it's y'all because we love you.
Awesome.
Some folks out there really are insane. Like, really crazy. We're at 841 likes right now. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Snap out of chat, hit the thumbs up, get back into chat. If you really get what a dangerous individual, and I'm not talking about arm wrestling, dangerous individual Devon Larratt is, hit the thumbs up. If you don't, we will enlighten you.
They are telling us some shit, and I'm like,
some of you
in their right mind would choose to mess with you? Like seriously, that's not the guy.
That's not the guy.
I mean, I was like, there's no way that you cannot. I was just dumbfounded by what they were telling us.
That is not the guy. And I'm telling you right now, this is not the guy. And if this is not the guy, that is really not the guy.
I was,
okay? So
it blew my mind.
Some people, like, they're having to really worry about security and protection, and they're getting a P.O. box, because
they have a P.O. box.
They have a P.O. box, and now we're getting a P.O. box because I'm thinking sometimes folks cannot be trusted.
And it's just I'm still so old school and naive that I believe people are just genuine and solid of the earth type people and handshake people, and unfortunately there are some people out there that just are not that way, right? And they get really, and I'm not going to say attached, but really invested, whether they hate you or love you or whatever, and it ends up getting kind of weird. And I was just kept thinking to myself, if they were telling me this, like, who in their right mind?
You weren't thinking to yourself. You said that over and over.
I did say that
out loud.
Okay. I was just bewildered by the fact that I know who Devon is, right? And it was shocking. Shocking that the things I was hearing. I couldn't believe it. Go ahead.
And Devon's friends. I mean, y'all, he's got a whole community of people.
Dude, y'all don't even know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Chris Oliver, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you think this is the best version of Devon, even with his recent surgery and his training was more...
Did he have?
Just a minute.
Did he have surgery?
No, hang on. And his training was more rehabilitation rather than strength, like your training was. Maybe he's just fat. Okay, Devon hasn't had surgery since what, 2014?
Yeah, so you're just talking about his DVT and his blood clot and stuff. He just had medication.
Yeah, he had medication, and the blood clot is gone. I saw people out there, and it's been gone for months now, okay? But he was on blood thinners for, I think, 90 days total. That's way back there, all right?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. I absolutely believe it's the best version of Devon because I had heard from the people who's training with him that this was the strongest Devon ever, right? And I don't know that his training was just rehab and it wasn't strength training, because if he's the strongest he's ever been from the people who know him best, he was doing something, right? But I fully expect Devon, he knows his body, he knows what he can do, he knows how far he can push it, and I believe this is the strongest Devon. That being said, this is the strongest me. So we get to find out in less than 48 hours, who comes out on top. But I'm like I said, I've said this numerous times, I'm very excited to get to pull this version of Devon.
David Tucker, thank you so much for the super chat. How do you endure working out 3 times per day during training without wrecking your muscles? High volume, high carbs.
Your body just adapts. Your body adapts to the training. It's just like if you have a manual labor job, that if we were to go do that same job, it would kill us. But if you do it over and over and over, it becomes your normal. Same thing.
Devon couldn't best me at 165. You will smash the Canadian patula.
Oh, that's Oleg.
Oh, that's Oleg's extraterrestrial finger. Are you going to collab with Larry? We plan on it.
Yeah, we plan on doing some stuff. We're here till Tuesday morning, so we'll have Saturday, Sunday, Monday to do some stuff.
Do you know if Devon's arms are any bigger? Did you see his measurements?
He said his forearm was 15 and something. His bicep was 18. So I think his arm's grown a half an inch or something on his right, something like that. He's so long that it's deceiving the size of his muscles because they're just. I mean, Devon's a big man. He's a very large man, big frame.
Did you actually bring the hammer with you?
The only hammer's on the line is a legacy hammer, and I was not taking it off that shelf. I haven't even put my name on it yet, so I expect to hold on to that hammer for a long time. But if something happens, I will go get it. I will go take it, get my name put on it, and you'll see me send it off to Devon Larratt. But the legacy hammer is the only thing that's on the line. This is not a WAL match. This is not a WAL table. This is not WAL. It's just WAL was in association by releasing us and giving their blessings for us to compete. But yeah, so there is no WAL hammer on the line. Who was that asked me? Coach Ray said, so if you win and WAL has a season, I guess you won't be pulling Devon, you'd be pulling Jerry or somebody. I'm like, yes. And I said this, and it was crazy. I didn't want to say it. I was like, it would almost be better if Devon won and then we had the rematch for the WAL hammer, except that would be stupid. So
I kick you in the balls now?
Yeah, I'm 100% going to win. But yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen in the WAL season. I wasn't even aware that we're going to have a season until I got an email yesterday saying, hey, call me when you get back. Let's talk about the season. I'm like, oh, cool.
Blake, thank you so much for Super Chat. I know you're strictly no arm wrestling, but have you just felt Larry's arm to see his progress since you were last there? Or
no, I won't touch anybody until Friday night when they say go.
And it will just be Devon.
Yeah, it's just, I'm very superstitious about my preparation. I'm very superstitious about making sure that I follow what has always worked for me in the past. And I don't grip up, I don't warm up, I don't do anything.
I'm going to go ahead and say this really quickly. Our plans do not change regardless of the outcome of this match. We are going on a 6-month, 48-state nationwide tour.
Somebody say something? What is it?
No, someone was just asking. They're late to the party.
Okay.
So they do not change. So win or lose, that is happening. So that's our next phase. And that's kind of what... I guess that's why I'm not nervous right now, because I know what's next in my life, right?
Read this right here. Who's this guy?
Where?
That dude. What's his name?
Hansi Hinterseer?
Yeah, so I don't know why people thought this was for the hammer.
It is for the legacy hammer.
The legacy hammer, you saw him walk to the post office to mail to me, like the left-handed legacy hammer Dennis and Plinkoff has, because Dennis beat him. This is not a WAL match. WAL has nothing to do with this event except for the fact that it says in association WAL. Now they're sharing it because they get to use after the blackout, they get to use the footage for marketing purposes and all that. But I'm not wearing a WAL shirt. It's not WAL. It's not. It's not 7x9 pads. It's nothing. It's not WAL. This is PR promotions. So the WAL hammer, just like I was just talking to Neil, I'm still the Arm Wars champion. Arm Wars title's not on the line. I'm still the UAL champ. Championship's not on the line. So this is not a WAL event, so the WAL title's not on the line.
Devon has been training triceps. Thank you so much, Berserk, for the super chat. Has been training triceps more than in the past. Do you think he'll try to force your elbow off the pad if you go kings, or foul you out if you go kings?
The rule is if he tries to push me off the back of the pad, it's a foul on him. We went over that yesterday. I don't think that's going to play a role.
Sup, Todd, what do you think of the new rules? Be able to do your king's move the same way now? It's actually the same rules.
It's all the same rules.
Yeah.
There's a different rule in 2018.
When Michael
pulled in 406. But if you've seen me in 2019, I was within all those rules. So nothing's changed.
Time, yeah. So, yeah. That's not... Okay,
Jody Larratt versus Rebecca Todd.
Russell Tyrone Jones, apparently you didn't hear my story earlier. I'm not going to go through it again. But that's not going to be happening.
Jody's
Jody's
in the same place. Jody's in the same place.
But you can rewind and you can listen to that later. Oh, yeah, Becca. Sorry. Goodbye. But WAL was on the marketing ads because it's in association with, because they released their athletes. They had to release Michael and Devon to be able to do this. And part of their agreement was that their name would be used. It is not...
In association with. It is not a WAL production.
It is not a WAL production. They were putting out no financial anything to make this match happen. So, are you going to collab with Larry?
Yep.
What food will you eat after the match?
Everything. There's a Cold Stone Creamery.
Cold
right down
Stone
the street,
Creamery!
So I'm sure we can get some of that.
Y'all heard him.
I need some pizza, though. I need some pizza in my life.
Please let me hear that. Schoolboy or Larry?
My money's on Larry. Money's on Larry.
Your feed is breaking up, is what Devon Larratt says. So we might be having some problems here, which it's about time to be hopping off.
It's getting close. Was there a last one? Did we get the last one? Click that one. Yeah, that was it.
Yep. Yeah, guys, you have all been amazing. Like I said, I'll be getting the video ready to release.
998 thumbs up. We got to hit that 1,000.
Somebody give me at least 2 more. Oh, 99. Give me 2 more thumbs up so that we can hit that 1,000 before. Oh,
boom! There you go.
You guys are
That's
so cool.
awesome.
Absolutely.
This is a good feed, though.
I have to thank you. I have to tell you, I was telling Michael this earlier, that I believe we have, somebody says the feed is clear as bell, guys. We have, I believe, the best fan base, except it doesn't really feel like right.
I don't feel like you guys are fans. I just feel like you're.
I feel like we're friends.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we have the best subs.
I do. I feel like we have the best viewers, whatever, out there on YouTube. You guys' interaction is fabulous. You are honest with us when we need you to be honest with us. And for the most part, even the trolls, pretty damn funny. So I really have to appreciate it. You guys have been with us every step of the way while we were getting this match arranged and then going through Michael's training camp, actually getting ready for it. And the support has been phenomenal. And I look forward, win or lose, I look forward to sharing the next part of our life.
The next
chapter with you guys.
That does not mean I will not be arm wrestling at a high level.
I know I'm talking about what comes next because you guys keep asking what comes next. His mind is focused on that table.
Yeah, I mean,
that table Friday night.
Like I said, at the end of the I'm crazy nervous, but I'm not going to waste energy on those nerves. I told Neil I'll probably have to talk to him again before this match because the nerves may get worse. They may not. I don't know what.
That was something I wanted to talk about. So when people ask, how nervous is Michael, and it must mean he's not confident or whatever. I was about 3 years into this relationship with him.
Lucky girl, right?
And before I had to finally turn my ear off like the last 2 weeks, because every match that we were going into, every single one, except one, we're not going to talk about which one that was, but every single one that he was going into, he was like, I don't know, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel confident about it. I feel like this might be my time to just bow out. If I get beaten, this really might be the end for me. Maybe I've just gone on too long. Every freaking match. And I'd be like, oh, honey, really? What are you feeling, baby? Oh, no, you got this. We got this. And now I'm like, whatever. Call Neil. It
really is. It's just a process for me. It really is. Because at this time, you're not in the gym. You're not hitting PRs. You're not doing all the stuff that made you feel strong, right? So that last week, 2 weeks, whatever, you start thinking, well, have I done enough? Am I strong enough? Am I as strong as I think I am? Because at this whole time, I never could worry about what Devon's doing because I had no control over what Devon's doing. The only thing I can control is how hard I was willing to work, what sacrifices I was willing to make. I know I put in the work. I know that any version of me who's ever been to the table right now, I destroyed that version of me. So that being said, I fully expect to win Friday night. I fully expect to dominate Friday night. I went into other matches saying similar things, and it didn't turn out that way. I still won, but I had to fight hard. But I do think something's different this time.
Staccato mate.
Yeah, I really, really feel that.
You're a different kind of prepared.
I've never been this guy before.
Staccato mate. Thank you so much for super chat. Nerves mean it's important. Embrace the nerves.
Thanks for support. It's very important. I mean, I set this up. This was me. I set this shit up. So there's a lot on the line. But at the same time, I'm not gonna. It's not the end of me if what I've done isn't enough. It's just one chapter of my story, right? But I'm telling you, I don't think I'm a bad man to stake. I really feel that way.
Do you think Mike Aiello is a good next level for Larry if he beats Schoolboy?
If he beats Schoolboy, I think Mike Aiello is who he wants to arm wrestle.
On paper, Levon is still number one, but on the table, that is a different story with Michael and Devon. Michael, you and Devon are both different people.
So on that, how is he on paper number one?
Than you were a year ago.
I mean, how is Levon number one? He won the top 8. The top 8 wasn't the top 8 in the world. It was the top 8 that they could get to 10 because the rest of us are under contract. I do love Levon. I think he's an amazing dude, and he may be the number one in the world, but nothing on paper proves that to me. He has to beat me. He has to beat Dave. He has to beat Dave. He has to beat someone from North America. You know, he cannot just beat the Europeans and claim to be number one in the world. And I don't think he's claiming it. PAL's claiming it. But my opinion.
I love
what about me and Trev? Me and Devon?
That's already. We already read that. But you guys, so I'll be releasing later once I finish editing it. An interview with Michael and Coach Ray, talking about Coach Ray and Michael's matches, but also Larry and how they think that might go, or how Larry is prepared. And tomorrow there'll be weigh-ins.
Yep.
Friday, our Friday here in Dubai, we're probably going to be pretty quiet. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that's going to be resting.
I don't know what I would release.
Time.
I don't know. I don't know if I would release anything.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. Maybe something. Maybe a short.
Maybe. Danny Tundra, I just want to say good luck, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dan. Appreciate it.
And Snake O'Crane, I used to work with Devon, so I have to cheer, but wife is cheering for you. Good luck, champ.
That is cool.
That is so cool.
Divided household.
We have a divided house for the June 12th thing. I'm team Matt Mask. He is team.
And it's not that I'm team anybody. I just think Hermes is the favorite, you know. But I do appreciate the support. Tell your wife she's awesome.
And people are saying, Rebecca, is it Larry or Schoolboy? Is it Larry or Schoolboy? I'm on Team Larry. So I always will.
I do think Schoolboy is the favorite, but I think Larry is something special, and I think he's going to be able to. I think he's going to make a very good show. I really do.
And someone said that Levon put out a video. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we'll have to see what that is.
Yeah, check that out.
But guys, you're awesome. I've got to get to editing the video. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying with us this long. Remember to share this to your social media feeds. Go on and check to make sure that you are subscribed. Some of you have been messaging me telling me that for some reason, YouTube is kicking you off thinking you're bots or something. So be sure that you're subscribed. Click that bell for notifications. Turn it on for everything so that you are notified when we go live and for when we release new videos. Be watching for more great content.
Don't forget to get the pay-per-view. Keep a constant eye on armbet.net to see when new blocks open up if you are someone who wants to stake.
I don't know when they will shut it off completely.
I think it'll be Friday right before the match.
Really?
I think it's going to go for a while. If we can keep filling up the blocks. Yeah.
Somebody go stake Larry. Go stake Larry.
The thing is, if Larry doesn't get staked, they will end up washing the whole thing because you have to be pretty even.
His whole thing, not yours.
No, washing the Schoolboy versus Larry staking because you can't have it that lopsided because they wouldn't have no way to pay out.
Right. All right, guys.
Appreciate the support. God bless. Have a good evening, and coming soon.
Coming soon.